Yo, 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 what is up? It is Wednesday, the 11th of August here in Tokyo, Japan. Welcome to episode 153 of Player Life. And, today I want to talk about what to do when women flake, because that is also going to be an issue when you are living the player life. That's for sure. Women are gonna flake. You're gonna run into women that flake. It's just part of the game. Um, you know, this way, like so. The reason I want to do this episode is because this week, just as you can get a week where you can bang, if you go hard and you source a lot of new women, you can have a week where you can. It's possible that you could bang a new woman every single day. It's possible, but it's also possible that you could get flaked on every day. And yeah, since Friday, I got flaked on by 3 different chicks, and yeah, so I'm going to talk about that today. Gabriel E in the house, what's up, brother? What is good? How are you? Spark 55 in the house, what's good? It says new haircut indeed. Senyen cut here in Tokyo, Japan. Senyen is about, I don't know, maybe about $9.50. I like the Senyen cut because you go in there and I just showed them a photo, and they do a great job every single time. I've gotten my haircut in proper barber shops before, and it costs like 4,000 yen. It's about $35, and yeah, it takes about an hour. And I just don't like all the extras. They try and it was weird. In Ireland, you go in and you get your haircut. I don't know, probably costs about €15, and they just cut your hair, and they usually cut it pretty badly. But anyway, yeah, but at least they cut it kind of quickly. I don't know. In Ireland, I've always gotten bad haircuts. It's not like standardized. I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling, but yeah, the Senyen cut is where it's at. It's about $9. You go in, they show them a photo, they'll copy the photo. You're in, you're out. They do it in like 15 minutes, and it's a sweet deal. I mean, they cut your hair perfectly every time, exact same. I used to get my hair cut in Ireland. You'd go in, you'd show them a photo. I'll have this, please. Doesn't matter if you show them the same photo. You're going to get a different haircut every time. In Japan, you show them a photo, they'll give you the exact same haircut every time. That's why I like Japan. They just follow the rules. They follow the book. Like, they're just like, okay, copy this, and they do it perfectly. Anyway, yeah, it's a sweet deal. Heavy tricep extension. What's up, brother? What's good? Nice try, governor. What's up? What's good? Yeah. So yeah, that's the haircut ramble over. But yeah, good job. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So I want to talk about what to do when you get flaked on. And because it's bound to happen, and there's tons of different reasons why you might get flaked on. But I could just say, I could just cut it short and say something like, what to do when you get flaked on is, source new bitches. Episode over, finished. Just stop talking. That's all you need to know. Just just source new women. Like, just keep sourcing. But it's easier said than done. I mean, when you do get flaked on, it's kind of, it will it will obviously, it tends to affect your confidence, especially for people that aren't used to getting flaked on. Well, first of all, you shouldn't get used to getting flaked on. It's not, but it is going to happen. But that's why you have rules, you have boundaries, and you stick to them, because If you don't, that's how you get walked over. That's how you waste time. And that's not what we're about here. We're trying to be efficient and we're trying to fuck bitches, right? Not trying to waste time. Because these chicks will take you for a ride. It's if you tolerate it, these chicks will take you for a ride. I asked this chick before, like, why do chicks flake? Like, why do they do it? And this chick that, it was a chick that I was banging, and I asked her, like, what, like, have you ever flaked or have you flaked? And she was like, yeah, I've flaked on guys. And I was like, why do you do it? And she said, oh, well, it's because I didn't want to make it awkward. So that was her. And I was like, what do you mean you didn't want to make it awkward? And she said that she didn't want to reject the guy outright. So instead of rejecting him and not, going along with it, she would accept the date and then flake on the date, which is 10 times worse than where, if it's like 10 times worse than just outright rejecting someone, because by going along with someone and building their hopes up, or leading them on, it's just like wasting time. And at the end of the day, time is our most valuable resource. That's why that's why you really cannot tolerate when girls flake. You really shouldn't tolerate it. And as Myron from the Fashion Fit podcast says, they need to be punished for it. And by punish, I mean they need to, for example, this is what I mean by being punished. When a girl flakes on you, this is what I mean. If you were originally supposed to go and have dinner with a girl and she flakes on the dinner, it's the date gets downgraded to drinks and so on, or coffee. If you're originally supposed to go and have coffee with her, maybe you just take a, you have coffee at your place, directly to your place. If she flakes once or twice, it's like, you could just downgrade it to a Netflix and chill kind of thing. So I'm not, it's like, oh my God, you're saying punish. Oh, you're a misogynist. Oh, you're a horrible person. No, like you cannot tolerate people flaking on you. And that goes for like friends as well. Like if you have a male friend that is flaking on you, you can't really tolerate it. Or, I mean, you can tolerate it a few times. Like once, if like, depends on how disrespectful the flake is, but you can tolerate it for a little bit. But if you keep tolerating it, I mean, you're gonna lose the balance. You're gonna lose the respect. You're gonna, the respect in that friendship is gonna, you're gonna start getting walked over, and it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be a good friendship, really. So, especially definitely with women, you absolutely cannot tolerate being flakiness, or if you do, you can do it, but you're just going to start wasting your time and getting frustrated, and it's going to be a bad time. Nick Kugini says, been in a rejection streak for a while. It's starting to mess with my head. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. So I mean, this is what I do. I mean, I have a show on YouTube called The Player Life. So you can take it that I've been with a lot of women, and I'm not saying that to, blow my own trumpet. I just have. I mean, I've been with a lot of women. I've done a lot of day game. I've gotten rejected probably definitely more than most average men. So that means I've banged more than most average men. So that's what it is. But like I said at the start, like you can have a week where you could bang if you put in the work and you do a lot of day game, you do a lot of sourcing, or from whatever means, applications, day game, night game, whatever. You're sourcing new girls. It's possible that you could have a week and you could have a new girl for every single day of the week. It is possible. I've done it before. I've done it. It's happened multiple times. But at the same time, it's possible that you can have bad weeks. Like you can have a bad stretch, but you have to realize that it is just kind of. It could be that you're fucking up somewhere along the line. It could be that your game is really poor in some element and that you're causing flakes. But at the same time, it could be just that you're kind of on a bad streak. It's just a little bit of a bad luck. So it's important to recognize whether or not you're messing up at some point. Your text game is bad, or something you're doing is wrong, or is it just that you're having on a kind of a bad streak? Because it's normal that you'll get flaked on occasionally. And the most important thing is that you get back up on the horse and don't let the rejection, don't let those flakes kind of seep into you. And it's easier said than done, because it does. It is demoralizing for multiple girls to flake on you. It is, like, even if you've had a lot of experience. Like I've banged a lot of girls, and even with me, after having so much experience, getting flaked on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, what day is today? Yeah, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I got flaked on by 3 different girls, and that was kind of really annoying. It was really annoying because they were all new girls, and it was like I thought they all seemed pretty keen. Like they were good. They were good approaches. There was good chemistry. There was something good there. So yeah, yeah. By the time Sunday came around, or not even, what day is today? Yeah, I think, and yeah, by the time the last one came around, I was not very. I was just over it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna step back from it for a little bit, just because you kind of need to reset. You just need to reset, but the most important thing is to get back up on the horse. So yeah, I'll talk a little bit about it. So what was it on Friday? Okay, so Friday, I was supposed to meet a girl that I day gamed, and she was probably, I say she was a Japanese 8. She was with her friend. She ticked all the boxes. Got her number. Made a good impression. It was short. It didn't. Around 2 minutes. But there was good chemistry. Invited her on a few dates. The thing about the girl that flaked on Friday is that she had flaked twice before. She had flaked twice before. So she obviously she was in, like, she was put into, she was going to be punished, as in she wasn't going to get, and I was gonna meet her at the station, and she was supposed to meet me at the station, and I was gonna invite her back to my place. And if she didn't want to come, then that's fine. I mean, that's it. Like, we're gonna part ways, kind of thing. And a little part of me thinks that sometimes girls know it a little bit. If girls have flaked like once or twice, I think they kind of know that. I think they know that they're going to be punished because, it's just not on to be wasting someone's time. So, plus, like, the more a girl has flaked, it's like, so for example, if you set up a date, the first date, she flakes on that. First of all, you get the number. You get the number. Then you have to set up the date. That takes maybe a week. And then you set up the date. She flakes on that date. So like it's maybe pushed to another way, the next week. So that's already 2 weeks. So then if she flakes on that again, then it's like 3 weeks. So like third and final strike, you're talking like 3 weeks, possibly a month. So, you have to bang on the first date. Like it's like, and I think girls know that, so that's why, you really need to have boundaries. Like tolerating a girl flaking 3 times is like, it's almost too much. Like you almost shouldn't tolerate, but it depends on what their excuse is and what it is. So like if it could be something, if a girl flakes, for example, you're supposed to meet on Friday afternoon. She hits you up on Thursday evening and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I have something came up. I cannot meet you on Friday." That's an acceptable kind of flake. And plus, if she suggests another date and time, that's acceptable. You can tolerate that. What's a very unacceptable flake is if you're supposed to meet on Friday afternoon, and it's like you're supposed to meet at 3 p.m. and they hit you up like 10 minutes before you're supposed to meet. That's a very disrespectful flake. Extremely disrespectful flake, because you've had to get ready. You've had to put that time aside. You're expecting to meet. So then, when they hit you up and they don't give you enough time to, make adjustments or whatever, you've already put that time aside. You might have missed out on other pussy. That's very disrespectful. So that would be like, if that was the first time to flake, if that was her first time to flake, but she did it in that manner, that automatically puts her in the like Netflix and chill category, because she like fucking wasted your time, But the girl that kind of let you know like 24 hours in advance or whatever, or the day before, you can be like, okay, at least she was respectful and she kind of suggested another date and time. So you get my point. There's different you deal with flakes, different kinds of flakes differently. But like at the end of the day, if a girl really is really into you, or like, chances are she's not going to flake. So if a girl flakes one time, red flags have to go up. It's like, okay, you should expect that she's going to flake again. If a girl flakes once, expect her to flake again. So honestly, you should almost like, I don't know, you should almost like double book, and like, you should try and, if you've already dealt with one flaky girl, just make sure that you're not prioritizing her too much. Make sure that you're not going out of your way to make another date with her at a time where you could meet another girl, or you could spend time trying to source other girls. So that was the girl who flaked on Friday, and she said she hit me up. She hit me up on the Thursday. So it was like, okay. And she wanted to meet on basically yesterday. And anyway, so I'll talk about, so anyways, I was like, cool, yeah, we can meet on Tuesday. And that was that. And so anyway, that was Friday. But it was all right, because I had a girl over on Thursday night, and I was kind of up all night with her, and it was like, okay, I almost forgot about her, about the date I had on Friday. But anyway, it was still kind of annoying. But so Friday night, I'm out, and I was doing a bit. I saw this girl. I was actually in a store, and she was checking out, and I was like, damn, she's fine as fuck. So I went and I gamed her for I started talking to her. She was a little shy at first, but there was some really good sexual attention. There was I kind of hung out with her for around. I was trying to get her. I wanted to get her home that night. To be honest, I was trying to get an immediate, same day lay, but she kind of said she was. She said she had to go home or whatever. So yeah, I arranged to have a date with her on the Saturday. So yeah, she came. No, we were supposed to meet at 3 p.m. on Saturday, and I think at 2:30 she says, "Oh, sorry, I'm going to be a little late." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine, no problem." And then, but then she hit me up again and said, "Oh." I said, what time are you gonna be there at, or what time are you gonna be here at? Because she was coming to me. And she said, well, I can be there at 3:30 if we meet at such and such a spot, which was at a spot that was completely different to where we had arranged to meet, So it's pretty disrespectful. That's it. I would class that as being disrespectful, because she's changing the what we had arranged to do. So yeah, it's like yeah. So that girl basically flaked. That was that. I tried to get her to, I said I basically wasn't gonna compromise. I wasn't gonna compromise because it was too disrespectful, because we were supposed to meet at a certain location. I knew if I went to meet her at this where she suggested, I'd be falling into her frame, because she already disrespected me by just changing the location so soon before we're supposed to meet and all that. So I decided, I could have went and met her, at the spot where she suggested, but I was like, either you can come here or we're not meeting. And then she just didn't, she didn't respond. So that was that. Yeah. And the third one on Sunday, which was, I really wanted to smash on Sunday, because I was kind of pissed off, like, Friday, Saturday. God damn, like, and I thought the ones on Friday, Saturday were good leads. Like I was pretty sure. Yeah. But I always say it's not over until you, like, never count your chickens before they hatch. Like, you could think that you could have good chemistry. I'm definitely gonna smash. It's gonna happen, and it won't happen. It's just, so don't ever count your chickens before they hatch. So Sunday, this chick I met about 10 days ago. I saw her. I was with my boy Jair, and we're just walking down the street, and I'm waiting at the traffic lights, an intersection. I see this really hot girl on the other side, and she has a suitcase. I knew I was gonna approach her, just because she was really hot, really curvy, sexy Japanese girl. Just as I walk by her, she gives me the eyes. I was going to talk to her anyway, but she gave me the some IOIs, so I definitely was going to go anyway. But I doubled back and kind of started, hey, what's up? You going traveling, or what are you up to? And talked to her for a little bit. Very receptive. Said she was going to Hawaii. We exchanged Instagram, and she immediately messaged me, like, immediately, oh, it's nice to meet you. I'll let you know when I'm back. Like immediately, very receptive. And I kind of forgot about her. I actually completely forgot about her. And then she hit me up she hit me up when she came back, and she said, hey, I'm back. I forgot. I was, oh yeah, this girl I met. Cool. She must be down. Like, she's hit me up. Like I'm a dog. I'm a hound. I'm always the one hitting these. I'm the one hitting these bitches up, and that's the way it is. I don't give a fuck. That's what I do. But when a chick is hitting you up, you're like, oh, she's down. Like she's down to fuck. So I was like, yep, gonna turn this little flaking streak around on Sunday. But yeah. So on Saturday night, I was, we were like, I was like, what are you doing tonight? She's like, oh, I'm with friends or whatever. I was like, yeah, whatever. So let's meet on Sunday. Well, are you free? Let's meet at 5 p.m. At my area. Gave her the name of the train station, and she was like, yeah, sure. I'm meeting a friend at 2 p.m., but I should be finished by 5 p.m. So she, that date was set in by Saturday night, and it gets to like what was it, like 4:30 p.m. and I'm like, yo, you still good for are you still good for 5 p.m. and I didn't hear back until exactly 5 p.m. which at which time we were supposed to be meeting at the station. So obviously I didn't go to the station. That's what like, if you, just because I had been flaked on Friday and Saturday, so I'm not getting stood up. Like there's a difference between getting stood up. I never get stood up anymore. I never get stood up because I never allow it. Because I was like, if I don't, I'm gonna send. I'm gonna, if it's a first time meeting the girl for a date, I'm gonna say like, I'm gonna check in with them. Usually you can do it like on the slide by saying like, hey, I'm gonna be five. You can hit them up half an hour before and say, hey, I'm gonna run a little bit late. I'll be 5 or 10 minutes late, something like that. And if they don't respond, just don't go. Just don't go to the location you were supposed to meet, and they should be coming to your area anyway. Anyway, so she didn't respond, so I didn't go to the station. And she hit me up right at 5 p.m. She's like, hey, I'm finished with my friend. Can you come to such and such a spot? Again, like the girl did on Saturday. Again. So I was like really not in the mood for it. Like really, I was like, fuck's sake, man. I thought it was gonna, but it is part of the game. But it's like, yo, like, okay. So I was like, no. I just said no, I'm not, no. And then she said, no, and I sent her. What did she say? She said, yeah, she said, oh, can we meet in such and such a spot because it's closer. And I said, well, it's not that I sent her like a Google map of how close I was. Like, it's only 10, it wasn't even that far. It was like 10 minutes. 10 minutes by train. So, I sent her that and she said, oh, sorry, I can't go there today. Maybe some other time. I just didn't respond. I just didn't respond. It's like, so 3 flakes, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And yeah, I was just like totally oh yeah, and it wasn't even over then. It wasn't over then. So that was today's Wednesday. So yeah. So Monday, Tuesday, I was supposed to meet the girl that I was that flaked on Friday. And she was in the she was at least she let me know. So she was definitely going to be punished. I mean, she was going to be coming to my house or not. We're not going to continue the date. But that's fine. We'd only arranged to meet at the station. So I'd be like, yo, let's go and chill at my place. And she's like, no, I'm not coming there. I'd be like, okay, see you. But so anyway, she was supposed to meet again 3 p.m. on yesterday. So yeah, again, my patience is like really kind of gone at this point, and just for the whole dealing with flakes and dealing with chicks wasting my time. So I'm like, okay, it's like 2:30, so she hits me up, and no, it's 2:30. I check in with her. I'm like, yo, still down for is 3 p.m. looking like it's okay, something like that. And because I'm not rolling up I'm not getting stood up because I've dealt with this shit on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So she hits me up and says, "Oh, hey, I'm really, really, really sorry. Oh my God, like my work just came in, or so her job called her or something." And this is like it's actually less than half an hour before we're supposed to meet, and I'm like, when was this chick gonna like let me know? But my patience was really gone. So she was obviously, that was obviously really disrespectful. And it's kind of funny. I mean, it's like, let me see if I have it here. Where is it at? Oh man, I might have deleted it. Did I? No, here it is. Okay, so all right, this is how it went down, right? Okay, so I was like, Niji Daijibu so. Oh, it's in Japanese, so I'll just read it in English. So I was like, is 2 p.m. looking like it's good? So it was 2 p.m. And she was like, "Oh, Mac, I'm really, really sorry. My job has come in," and just like that's it. And I was like, "LOL. So you can't meet today." And then she wrote in English. "I am truly sorry. I truly am sorry. Uh, Only today's lunch was free." And then I was like, "Can you speak English?" And she says, "I know a little English." And then I said, "Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna read the rest." I basically told her to go fuck herself, right? I told her to go fuck herself because, like, sometimes when a girl like really, these chicks don't comprehend, like, they just don't see the value in time. Time is valuable. Like, it's way more valuable than money. It's way more valuable than anything. Time, like, it's time. Like, you don't fuck with someone's time. Like, you don't do it. Like I said, you don't do it. Like, you especially shouldn't do it with your friends. Like, your friends. I'm not talking about being 10 minutes late, 5 minutes. Even though you should try and be on time, obviously. But but like flaking, or like leaving someone, like standing someone up, or like just not showing up. It's seriously disrespectful. So it comes a time, where sometimes you can just burn the bridge. Like, it's like, if someone is going to do something like that to you, it's like, okay, you can kind of predict what's going to happen. um you can tolerate. I said before, you can use the three strike rule, but it really depends on how disrespectful the kind of flake is. Every flake is disrespectful, but sometimes there is genuine reasons. Sometimes there's an excuse. Sometimes, but it should be rare. You should be suspicious of every excuse. Um, So you know, flake one, strike one. You know, um, an acceptable flake, like I said before, is something like she hits you up the day before and says, "Hey, my job came in. I can't actually meet tomorrow. I'm really sorry. Let's meet next week." That's acceptable. Unacceptable is like hitting you up 5-10 minutes, or if they don't hit you up, that's standing you up. If a girl doesn't hit you up, say you're supposed to meet at like 2 p.m. If she hits you up at 1 second past 2 p.m., that's getting stood up. Like, if she doesn't hit you up, it doesn't matter if she hits you up at 2:00. It's like 1 second after the time you're supposed to meet. That's getting, like, standing you up. It doesn't even matter. It's completely disrespectful. So that's like, it's like you wouldn't tolerate. That's like three strikes. Like, she's out. Like, I mean, if she's really hot and you still think for some reason she's super and her excuse is really good, you can put her in the Netflix and chill category. You know, yeah, it's you just have to deal with it. And you have to be pretty. You have to have dignity. Like you have to have dignity. If you tolerate getting disrespected, you're pretty much you pretty much are a beta orbiter if you tolerate too much. It's not like you just are like you're a beta. You turn into a beta orbiter if you tolerate these bitches like disrespecting your time. You turn it, you become a simp. You know, it's just not good. It's like it's better to say fuck you, like get the fuck out of here, like and respect yourself, rather than putting up with that shit. It really is. But like I said, if you know, if a girl gives you a valid reason, you know, I have banged plenty of girls that have flaked in a mild enough manner where it's like I said, I wouldn't even call, I wouldn't even call if a girl hits you up a day before and like gives you a valid excuse, you could call that a rescheduling. You wouldn't, and if she sticks to it, you mightn't even call that a flake, you know. You could call that like a rescheduling. I've banged plenty of girls that have rescheduled, but if it's like the same day, or if it's like less than an hour before, it's like it's worthy of a fuck you, bitch. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Um, you know, yeah, yeah. It's like you gotta have some self respect. Matt W in house, what's good? What is up? El Taz says if you get a phone number or a contact, flaking is going to happen. The only way to get around it is to get a date then and there, take her back and fuck her. Very, very true. I mean, I know a guy in Tokyo that has very good logistics. That's his main way. That's most of his notch count is same day lays. My logistics aren't as good. It's harder to do that, but I have done it. I have done it plenty of times. But most of my lays are from getting contacts and having to arrange dates, which is really much more. You really have to have blueprints for it, and you have to have strategy. But same day lays are absolutely epic and great. I love them because it's straight up. It's just fucking pure, like it's bam. You know, it's awesome. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna deal with flakes when you're getting numbers. It's just absolutely 100% part of the game. But I think that is the worst string of flakes I've had I think that is the worst string of flakes that I've had in recent memory. You know, full transparency, I can't remember the last time I've had like that many flakes, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Tuesday again. Yeah, very fucking annoying. But you know, it is what it is. If the main thing is that you don't let it get to you. You don't let it eat away at you, and you start getting annoyed by it. Even though like you will get annoyed by it, but you just have to get back on the horse and start sourcing more girls. Because like I said earlier, just like you can get flaked on, like, you know, I got flaked on like 3 or 4 times in a week. You know, you stick at it and you keep sourcing, you could easily bang 3 or 4 new girls in a week. You know, it's just sometimes it's just the luck of the draw. You just get like a bad batch or bad luck. But yeah, Christian in the house says, had one of those before, went to a bar and we were supposed to meet. 10 minutes later after the meeting time, she's asking me to pick her up, and she was a 6. Girls be wildin'. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But since if she's asking you to pick her up, I mean, you could just go and bang her. You know, very disrespectful, but you know, she's disrespectful to hit you up 10 minutes after. You know, that's why I think guys, if it's the first time meeting, I think it's a good idea to say, you know, to to hit them up 15, 20 minutes beforehand and tell them, hey, what's up? Sorry, hit them up before you have to leave your house, and say, hit them up, say 20 minutes before you have to leave your house, right? That's a good marker, right? And say, hey, what's up? Running a bit late, going to be 10 minutes late. Sorry. She doesn't respond, don't leave your house. Simple. Then you save her, and then if she hits you up, she says, hey, I'm at the spot. Where are you? Say, oh, sorry, I'm running late. I'll be there, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm on my way. Just play it like that. Don't let yourself get stood up. Just don't allow it. Just don't allow for it. Spice going in the house. What's up, brother? Christian says, facts, Mac. We've all been there. Great to see you spreading good word. Yeah, good. Cheers, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, it's like you're gonna be there. I mean, it's gonna happen. Like, and you just can't really, unless you're really doing something wrong. Like, and it's like it's a consistent thing. Like, you could, I've had a little bad streak of it, just over the past weekend. But I know, like it's nothing that I'm doing wrong. It's just that, it's just the name of the game. And these women have, when these chicks are in their prime, and they're, obviously I'm only hitting up like hotties, and so they're getting a lot of attention. They're getting a lot of attention online. They're getting, a lot of attention from their friends and, different guys, and they're easily distracted. They're very easily distracted. They get, something else. If something better comes up, or something that they perceive to be better comes up, then they'll jump on it. They'll forget about it. They won't even, girls won't think twice about just standing guys up. So in fact, some girls probably get off to it, like the little bit of power, that they'll get off of it. They'll get off the standing guys up, especially if they've been hurt in the past. If they've been hurt, if they have some trauma or something, they've had some, like, it'll be their way of getting back at guys. Their little way, but it is what it is. But yeah, so yeah, but it's funny because just as I've had the bad streak of luck over the weekend, my boy Yair, he is like, he's killing the game. he's killing the game. We were just, he's been smashing a few of the chicks that I've seen him. I've seen him game. Just when we're out, and he's been smashing them, and I've seen the receipts. I've seen the receipts, so it's all good. But he was telling me today a funny story. He was in the supermarket, and he saw some girl. Looking at tofu. And he walked up to her, he opened her, and he said, hey, is this cheese or? This guy is the funniest opener. So he was telling me before, he asked some girl to recommend, like, he was in the convenience store, and he was like, he saw some hot girl, like, at the drink section, and he asked her, which water does she recommend? It doesn't matter what your opener is. It's just like, even this. In a way, the more stupid your opener, the more stupid your opener is, the funnier it could be if you could make her laugh. But I think he made her laugh by saying, sorry, is this cheese? What is this? Like, it just kind of breaks the ice. But he ended up smashing her same day. Same day lay, and yeah. So so for. It's working out for it right now. He's killing it. He's on a streak. He's on a winning streak. I'm on a kind of losing streak, but it is. I'll get back up on the horse this week, whatever. but you just can't let it get to you. Spark55 says, Mac, how would you deal with really shitty logistics in the short term? If you have shitty logistics, you have to rely more on, you're going to have to maybe use dating apps. The shittier your logistics are, the more you have to rely online. Just because if you're not around women, if there aren't women and you're not able to see them, you're gonna kind of have to get on the internet. I just really don't like dating apps, but they can work. They do work, but I just prefer to just being out and sourcing women in real life. It's just I feel I have more power doing that. I just don't like these fucking Silicon Valley motherfuckers deciding who I match with and whatnot, algorithms and shit. The East-West Connection says, how do you deal with chicks coming late like 30 minutes without telling you beforehand? Okay, so like I said earlier, if it's your first time meeting the girl, you should hit them up 20 minutes before you leave your house. 20, 30 minutes, whatever. Hit them up, say, hey, running a bit late, gonna be 5 or 10 minutes late. Something reasonable. Not, it's fine. You can say 5 minutes. 5 minutes is nothing, so that's how you deal with it. If they don't hit you up, say you're supposed to leave your house to get to the spot, at say 10 p.m. and she doesn't hit you up by 10 p.m., then don't leave your house. Just don't leave. Like, start making other plans. And then, say you're supposed to meet at 10:30, and she hits you up at 10:30, and she's like, hey, I'm at the spot. Where are you? Like, and you're like, oh, you didn't message me back, so I thought you weren't coming or whatever. So, or you don't even say that. Don't even say that. Say, hey, sorry, I got held up. I'm on my way. Don't, you know what I mean? So that's how you avoid getting stood up. So, if they arrive 30 minutes late and then they call you and they're like, where are you? I'm here. Like, you're like, oh, well, you weren't there. You could say, well, you weren't there. So, I went to another spot. Or you could just say, hey, I'm near there. I'll be there. Just go there and meet them. But, you don't even need to bring it up, but you could just punish them by say if you were supposed to bring them to dinner, say fuck it, one drink and home to smash, or try and take them directly to your place. The more disrespect they show you, the more hard to get. If they play hard to get, then the more you have to kind of take the lead. Ironically, some girls, when they start getting to the epiphany phase, they'll start playing these games as a way to weed out the kind of the guys that they might deem to be players, So they're kind of looking for a beta guy. They're looking to settle down. Like, when girls hit the epiphany phase, they're kind of looking to settle down. So, they're looking for a guy that's going to tolerate them, and that's going to stick around, for 4 or 5 dates before they get laid. And the thing is, like, I've probably left so much pussy on the table. I've probably there's so many girls I could have fucked, so many. But here's the catch: I would have had to spend time in order to fuck these girls, and the sex probably wouldn't have been, the juice probably wouldn't have been worth the squeeze, because I might have been able to fuck these girls after 3 dates or something, but that means I have to go on 3 dates. You know what I mean? There's some girls that just aren't gonna fuck, like, that aren't gonna abide by my blueprints, and I'm just not willing to gamble that much. I'm not willing to gamble going on 3 dates in order to get laid because I'm not looking for a girlfriend. You know what I mean? You gotta understand, like, your time is worth more value is more valuable than getting laid. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna go on 3 fucking dates with a girl just to get laid, because for me it's just a lay, you know. And yeah, like I said, some girls they're in the epiphany phase. They're kind of, in a way, they're trying to weed out the guys that they're trying to weed out the guys that, yeah, are just trying to smash them, um, by playing these games, by playing these hard to get, by maybe flaking once, or seeing how much you're going to stick around. Um, you know, there's that side to it too. There definitely is. And I think the girl on Sunday might. That's what she might have been doing. I'm pretty sure, because she was too. She was way too receptive. Way too. She was way too. She hit me up. Like, she hit me up. Like, oh hey, I'm back from Hawaii. Like, let's meet up. How are you? Like, and then, like, she wanted to meet me. Like, it was, and then I could have met her, but I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I knew it. Kind of knew what she's probably she's probably around 28. Hot 28-year-old. Hot 28-year-old. But I think I think she's trying to weed out the players, and she's looking for a guy that's going to tolerate her, because she wants a beta boyfriend, and it's not going to be me. It's not going to be me. Like I said, there's a lot of girls I could have smashed, but I would have had to pay for it with my time. I would have had to gone on 2 or 3 dates, maybe more. And no, I'm not going to do that. No, time is money, and I'm just not. Why would you do that for one lay? Go on a bunch of dates? Like, I'm not going to do that. It has to be on the first time. My motto is, like, if it's not on the first date, there has to be a valid reason. There has to be a reason as to why she doesn't want to fuck. Like, is she, like, what is it about? Like, is she not attracted to me? If she's not attracted to me, then we have to, like, cut it out. Like, I don't want to bang chicks that don't find me attractive. Like, it's a real turn off for me. Like, like, if I know a chick is, like, not attracted to me, obviously I don't want any part of it. It's like, it's turn off. I was just saying, talking to Jair today. You know, some Japanese girls are very, very tight. Let's just say they're very tight pussies, and it's a good thing. But we're just saying, like, if it's too tight and it hurts them, it's like, it's a turn off. He was saying it's a turn off for him, and it's also a turn off for me. It's if it's like it's hurting them. And no, I want a girl. When I bang girls, I want them to have a good time. Like, I'm not, it's real turn off if it's like, Japanese girls say, itai, itai. Itai means it hurts. And if it's like genuinely, like, it hurts, then that's a real turn off. Like, for me, some guys might get off to that. Every guy has different preferences. Like, some guys might get off to it. For me, it's not. I prefer when they say kamochi. Kamochi means, like, when I hear girls saying kamochi, that's hot. I like that. Kamochi means feels good. Like, that means they're feeling fucking good. But itai, like, if they're saying itai, that's, yeah. For me, I'm not into that. I don't know. That's the thing. Some guys, their fantasy is to bang virgins. I can't imagine that's going to be good. For me, that's not. I can't imagine it. It's not going to be a good time. Like, it's just going to be girls saying itai, itai, itai. Like, it hurts. It hurts. No, I don't want that. Like, who wants that? No, I want naughty bitches that, like, up riding the dick, like, that can take a dick, like, and that want more. Um, uh, uh, Rishi in the house. What's up, brother? Matt W says persistence. Yep, persistence is what it takes. Tenacity. Stick at it. Eltas says logistics, logistics, logistics. If you get an apartment in a good central location, you can have some good times. Logistics is a huge element. It really is. It's one of the most underrated things. I've said it countless times before. I'm fully transparent about how important logistics are, though. I don't fool guys about anything. I'm just all about the truth and facts about game and getting laid. Like logistics matter a lot. You could have shit fucking game, but live in a really good spot. We have really amazing logistics, and you could get laid more than a guy that has really good game and shit logistics. That's the way it is. So if you have really good game and you have really good logistics, you can just absolutely kill it. You can absolutely kill it. Like you could just like Genghis Khan type shit. Like it's just infinite pussy. Elta says the sex is never worth the wait, as Roll Tomasi would say. If she's hot for you, she's immediate no matter what she's looking for. Very true. Dude, like if as soon as you start getting into logistics, negotiating, as soon as you start getting into negotiations over time and some places, and if you find yourself messaging a girl and you're like, holy shit, I'm negotiating like this shit, like if it's like you can't come to an agreement about like a date and time and it's becoming this thing, it's like shit, this chick is not that down. Like I think guys are always going to be the ones that are more willing to bend, like because we want to get laid. Like we're the guys are the ones that are we want to make this happen. Like guys are not fucking going to be like, oh, it doesn't work that time. Oh, I have this. No, we're going to try and make it work. We're going to try and fit them in. Like even if as guys, even if we have to work, like we have to go to work at like 6 a.m., we have to work till like 6 p.m. and we're fucking wrecked and we're going to be tired. We're still going to fit a girl in, but a girl won't do that. If a girl has to work like all day and she knows she's going to be tired, she won't arrange a date for that evening. A guy will. Okay, I'll make it work. I'm going to do it. I'm going to smash her. I'm going to do it. Now I want some pussy, man. Guys will make it work. Girls won't do it. So I don't know. I mean, if girls are making you wait, if they're making it difficult, if they're not, if she really is like thinks you're fucking attractive and she wants a bit of it, she's gonna comply, unless some genuine excuse comes up. But then again, she's gonna suggest another date and time, and she's gonna be like, how about this? And she's gonna try and make it work too. Nick Kugini says too many fatties online. That's for sure. In Japan, a little bit different, but the East-West connection says, tell us your beta history, Bo. We all been there. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to even know. I mean, yeah, I definitely was blue pill. I definitely have done beta things. I have to think about a few stories. I mean, I definitely have behaved like a beta before. Absolutely. I mean, everyone that has, until you've come into the red pill, I mean, you've definitely behaved in beta ways, even though you're just totally unaware, though. It's just weird. Like before you come RP aware, it's just a different. You're just unaware of what's going. You're just totally unaware of that sphere. You're unaware of that whole concept. You're just blue pilled. Like you're totally blue pilled. Yeah, I've done a bunch of blue pill shit. I remember one time. I had a girlfriend, and we went to Budapest, and I was wondering why she was so pissed off at me, but I was just so lazy. I wasn't doing anything. I was letting her like, I was just letting her do all, find directions and shit, and find out about the subway, and I was letting her find out about things to do. I just didn't do shit, and I was wondering. I had no idea why she was pissed off, but in hindsight, looking back, holy shit! Like I was letting her lead, and she fucking really hated that. Obviously, she didn't want to lead, but she kind of had to because I was just I was just laid back. But yeah, that's just one that just popped into my mind. But yeah, man, I don't know, but I don't know. The moral of today's episode is that you know if you have a bad string of things, just don't let it get to you. I mean, and don't get it. Number one thing is to not get emotional, like not get too emotional about it. Not get angry, because then you'll start sabotaging yourself. You might start being too harsh with chicks. You might start being a little bit too like trigger happy, like with burning the bridge. You know, you know. You don't want to. Sometimes, like I mean, in hindsight, I might have been a bit trigger happy with a girl that. So and another chick, right? This was only yesterday. So another chick that I gained maybe last week, she was you know, she was yeah, I met her again there, got her number, got her Instagram, and she hit me up. This other chick, I didn't talk about this chick on this show yet. She hit me up, said, "What are you doing?" Um, I think this was on Monday night, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to bed." It was late. It was like 1:30 a.m. I said, "I'm going to bed." Like I'm in bed, and I was like, "Why?" And she was like, "Oh, nothing." I was literally tired. I was wanted to actually go to bed, so I was like, "Does this chick want to? Is this chick giving me a booty call?" Like, I would have let her come over, but I was like, "Why?" I was like, um. Anyway, she said, "Oh no, no, nothing or whatever," and I said, "Okay, well, good night," and I went to bed. But anyway, the next day she said, "Oh, let's. I'm in such a spot drinking." I was like, "Okay, well, let's meet up. Let's meet up." And she was like, "Okay, where?" And I was like, "Come to this station at such and such a time. Is that okay?" And she was like, "Oh, well, it's a little unpleasant that you're being." I can't remember exactly what she said, but something along those lines of me. Um, I don't know, suggesting this, telling her where to meet. And I was like, okay, just after all that had happened with like all the other girls flaking, I was a little bit trigger happy because I was like, I said something along that I can write it. And maybe I can have the message. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, I didn't play this as well as I normally would, because I was just like kind of at the end of my tether with all the other chicks, and this chick clearly like this chick wanted to like I'm pretty sure she wanted to smash, but she was hitting me up. Um, so she said I'm drinking at Rapongi now. I said okay, let's meet at 7 p.m. at my station. Is that okay? She says, it's too far, sorry. Then I said, this is a direct line from Rapungi. 12 minutes is too far for you? She said, why there? Then she said, why there? So then I said, there are nice places there. Then she left me on red. So she left me on red for 10 minutes. And at this point, I was just like, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna burn the bridge with this bitch too. So I said, if your message style is this annoying, you must be really annoying in person. Good luck. And I flipped the flipped off emoji. And that's me. That's me being. I'm full transparency. That's me being trigger happy. I did not. I didn't need to like. I burnt. Obviously, I burnt the bridge with her. So she replied. We should have consulted and decided the location. It was a little unpleasant because you unilaterally specified the location, and it's insane to send such an emoji. Well then, good luck to you too. Yeah, so obviously I recognize I'm being like fully transparent. That was like a little bit of lack of, to be quite honest, little bit of a lack of game by doing such a thing. But I was just pissed off. I was like, fuck these motherfuckers. I don't even want to meet a bitch now. But how I could have done that is I could have just like not responded. I'm sure she would have gotten back to me because she was the one that got on to me. So just as I should take my own advice. The one thing you should not do is get emotional, get angry, because you're gonna burn bridges that you don't need to burn. And there's a time and a place for burning bridges. Don't get me wrong, there definitely is. There's definitely a time and a place for burning a bridge. Like when girls really disrespectfully flake on you, do different things. But this was not an appropriate. I left this pussy on the table. I burnt a bridge. I'm not gonna, it's potentially a new pussy a new notch that I could have added. I'm pretty sure I could have, almost certain, and I burnt that bridge just because I was pissed off at all the other chicks that had flaked on me. And it is what it is. That'll happen sometimes, but whatever, man. It's like, in a way, it's good problems to have. I have all these chicks, just countless chicks, all these contacts, and but it's just a good reminder that you don't need to get emotional. You don't need to. It's like emotions, getting emotional and shit. It's like bullshit. Just don't. If you get disrespected, burn the bridge. There's a time and a place for that. But it is what it is. So yeah, that should be the moral of today's episode. Just don't let these flakes, rejections get to your emotions, because it will affect your game. It will affect your the way your results going forward. I'm ready to reset anyway, so I'm gonna be, I'm gonna reset and start. I'm gonna turn around my bad streak for sure. It's happened before, but it's just I haven't been flaked on this much in recent memory. But it is what it is. It happens to the best of us. But guys, as usual, YouTube is like I've had this like evidence of YouTube like clearly like fucking with my channel. It's hilarious. Like literally like going from like having like 15 or 16 likes on a video to like they drop it down to like 1 or something, then they put it back up, and they're doing weird shit. I don't know what it's about, but just continue to like, comment, share the videos. I don't know, hopefully it'll help out the algorithm or something. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming through and watching the show. So until Friday, or actually I might miss Friday because I have something on Friday afternoon, but I'll let you know. If you want to keep up to date, follow my Instagram, and usually I'll let you know if I'm not able to do a show. But I always put up, if I'm going to be doing a show, I always let people know on Instagram. But let me just say, Farhan says, yeah, sometimes during a day game you get rejection after rejection, and then one chick approach you and you do the same shit every girl is doing to you. I reject. Yeah, just to get a little bit of power. Just remember not to let the emotions get to you. You'll shoot yourself in the foot and self-sabotage, just like I did. I did yesterday. I pretty much self-sabotaged yesterday for no reason. And she was being a little bit annoying for sure, but if I there's ways I could have played that, absolutely. But yeah, guys, we'll be in touch. Make sure to check in on the next episode. So peace out. Have a good one. Bye bye.